Welcome back. Today I'm going to read a little bit from my section about personal development and why you can do hard things. Okay. Any military basic training is at its core an extremely intense personal development retreat. The whole point is for them to tear you down completely as individuals and then build you back up as more competent, and capable service members. That experience gave me confidence I couldn't have gained through something I chose myself, because I would have never in a million years chosen to put myself in that stressful of a situation. It's a little out of context. I'm not talking about my decision to serve. That was my choice. This was referring to my job at basic training, which was the chow runner. And if you've ever been in the military, you know that's a worse job than like latrine crew or anything else. That's what that's from. But I didn't choose to put myself in that situation. I was chosen for that job. But it really ended up serving me really well. If you get thrown into a situation that you've never been in, that's your chance to grow in a way that you couldn't have by your own choices. Make the best of those opportunities and you'll become the best version of yourself. Diamonds are created under pressure, gold is refined through fire, and pearls are formed from a single grain of sand irritating an oyster. But pressure also busts pipes. Fires consume entire cities. Minor irritations can turn into flesh wounds and infections. You have so much potential power, and it all comes down to how you handle it. You have control over how you choose to approach a situation. A lot of times it's hitting one of the biggest challenges they've ever faced that empowers people to become the very best versions of themselves. You overcome even the most massive obstacles one step at a time. When I decided to enlist, I knew I was going to be the biggest challenge I had ever faced, but really it's a million micro challenges and you only have to face one at a time. First, I went through military entrance processing. Next, I raised my right hand and swore the oath of enlistment. Then I signed my contract. Then I got on a plane and locked my emotions in a box deep inside of myself and didn't touch it for months. I took a deep breath and I stepped off that bus at Lackland Air Force Base, and I took in the screaming MTIs and the growling German Shepherds and put one foot in front of the other with a sense of urgency. I took in every day as its own challenge, and I just survived that day so I could go to the next day. Each day I was one day closer than I was when I started, and I never stopped to think about how far I had left to go. Only how far I had come. Everyone that's been through that training will tell you that the days go slowly, but the weeks go fast. When I look back at that time period, it feels like one day I was standing in a crooked line wearing my civilian clothes on my way to get fitted for uniforms, and the next thing I knew, 9 weeks had gone by and I was in my airman battle uniform getting tapped out of a perfect formation by my family. It's not possible for all those things you're anxious about to happen all at the same time. So just focus on what challenges is in front of you right now. Julius Caesar said it's easier to find men who will volunteer to die than to find those who are willing to endure pain with patience. People that don't graduate from military training make a choice at some point to stop moving forward. With any challenge, that's really all you have to do is keep going. Most things really are that simple, but that's not to say that they are easy. Taking 10 steps into a gas chamber is as easy as walking across the street. But telling yourself before you take those steps that you can do 20 jumping jacks, breathe in tear gas, and wait for everyone to go around the circle and say their full reporting statement before the MTIs give you permission to leave is more than hard. The actions themselves are always the easy part. It's the mental blocks you have to get past that are the real challenge. You can do unimaginably hard things, you just have to believe it. Alright, I'll stop there for today. But moral of the story, you can do hard things, okay? Don't let your mental block prevent you from taking that first step forward, because that's all it is. You're taking each step one step at a time. Even the hardest, biggest, most daunting things are really a series of smaller, more manageable things if you can look at it that way. If you want to hear more, I'm going to be doing more videos in the series with little excerpts from my book. And I will also link the link to buy it on Amazon, or you can actually get a signed copy from me as well. I'll put the link in the comments, and then you can go on and choose to do that if you want to.